text and started a comment. And as people add comments to that selection and make a discussion, you get a heat map of where people think there are something going on, issues that need to get addressed or whatever. This is a nice model. This is what we are aiming for. There's the comp, which is a second generation of that. Christopher Foundation basically skipped that project. The guys who made it found something else interesting to do. So, but there's some French people, Philippe Agran and Sopping Space, who made the column.net, and this is the website for the very light version. It's a little bit cleaner, same principles, pick the good stuff from there. That's the user interface ideals I'm trying to aim for, something like this. Of course, trying to do it better if we can. We like discussion heat maps. That's one of the bits. The other one is something called polyscopy within information design. This is some almost crazy idea, not very crazy, but cool, from a guy called Dino Karabeg at the University of Oslo. There's a polyscopy.com website you can read. It's lots of text, but interesting stuff. We started on the prototype. It's a couple of stuff. We have a KyokuDB backend. We do smaller moose goodness, so if you guys want to play around with that, it's a useful thing. We have a nice REST API, which is the thing I started with. I think it's nice. I'm not entirely sure, but it would be cool to discuss stuff like that if you're interested in this. This is obviously a JavaScript-heavy front end. Blueprint and jQuery, and thinking about using Aloha for the editing. The content is, at the moment, just plain super simple, HTML5. What would be cool to do in the future if you guys feel that this is something worthwhile touching upon? There's lots of stuff, at least if you do something that you think is fun or interesting, but things we've been talking about is actually using Git as a backend for the whole thing, so we get all the goodness from that easily integrated. Make it possible to fork textbooks just by basically setting up your own server, and it does a clone for you, and you get your local version where at the school, for example. So if the network goes down, you can still read your books, stuff like that. Discussion synchronization using Salve and Atom is one thing. Having a bug tracker as a discussion backend. Step used RT. I think that worked pretty well. We could answer emails and still be part of the discussion. Kind of neat idea. And if you guys are interested in generating stuff and making a PDF version out of the book, that's interesting. Stuff like that. There's enough to do. And just to make sure that you're aware that this is not just let's make some interesting stuff. There are text projects out there that have a license, a Creative Commons share license, full textbooks that some schools actually use. Now we have a National Digital Learning Arena. They have 9 books available for school kids for free with that license, starting this autumn. They have been going on since 2007. OER Grapevine is a huge list of websites that offer such books, so there's plenty of content out there. Even the US Congress is talking about making textbooks freely available. So there's some opportunities going in that direction, so I'm pretty sure there will be content and plenty of it. It's just making it even better, which I'm interested in. The license for the project is GNU Affero GPL. It's a very important choice in the whole thing. It's because in the long run I would like to make a business out of this, make sure that the software continues to get support our hosting solutions, have a life beyond just being a free software project. And here's the baby picture that we had to have. This is Marcus Ramberg's kid, Adam, I think, reading catalyst documentation on the Kindle. That's about it. This is my project. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you will consider helping it along. I think there's a huge opportunity in making really cool stuff happen. Things happen. So, any questions? Yeah.
If everything's in Git and can be freely had, and you put tests and things in there with answers, what's going to stop the student from being creative?
I really don't want to put tests in there. I think that's one of the things that teachers should continue doing all by themselves, or let publishers have a business opportunity there, making packages around the free textbook with tests and the supporting material. So no tests. Another question? Yeah.
How do you see the delivery? I mean, maybe not this year, but do you think every child will have an equal reader to?
Well, which countries first? I don't know. But right now, I would like that we aim for general, as an easy content on the web. Do a PDF export for those people who would like to send it to the print shop and get the paper book if they really want to. All the formats according to need or availability. But this is difficult. But let's keep the options open. That's why I said that. This
I think one opportunity maybe on you are overlooking. I think you are very focused on the small scale customization. But
small scale
customization.
Yeah.
Which is of course the goal. But on the other hand, there are opportunities to do mass production customization. For instance, I am Brazilian. I would love to see books, textbooks that are used in Norway adapted to Brazilian reality. Of course, they can be the same because, for instance, even in Brazil, we have kids in big cities which will learn in a way, and there are kids in the middle forest which have to learn.
Translation issues, of course you could translate stuff. You could say that one translation is just an aspect of another one, but within each country there's different legislation on what's required and what content you have to have in the minimum list. And so let people choose is what I would say there, but let's start with the easy stuff, make it possible first.
I think what the chapter was probably trying to say is that different demographics, different regions, different areas have different teaching methods and different practices of what they think is the most particularly suitable for their region.
There's actually the teachers who have different styles and they have different backgrounds. And having a, well, you could say almost centralized, think it's centralized in the same Git project would be centralized, it's about Fiat. You could learn from the others, of course, and you could have your own aspect for supporting the ways to teach that you're comfortable with. But the point here is whatever aspect you choose, it's important it's a consistent story that you're telling, that everybody gets to learn in the way that's most useful for the combination of the pupil and the teacher and the environment around it. So it's, does that answer your concern?
So if, for example, if I'm a person who wants to write a textbook, okay, what should I do? Do I have to, for example, set up a project on Git and then integrate that platform, or just go straight there and use Kaizendo's?
Good question. Right now, my strategy with that is looking at existing textbooks that are complete and hopefully good enough to actually use, and then expand on it. If you want to start from scratch, this is a much more difficult job. Of course, you could write this in just HTML on the web form. You could use your own tool. You have to put the contents somehow into Kaizendo in order to get the feedback loop and the incremental improvements and the aspects. But Like in all the free software projects, it's so much easier to get things running if you can show that you have something. That you have something working. And that means I would like, if you'd like to start on the route, then you get the same problem. Does that
so the main focus would be on the providing different customized versions of basically the same content, rather than on providing a platform for collaborative editing, which I
Well, the Kaizendo project is about making the platform that makes it possible to create books. So I need software people, I don't need yet the authors. But the point here is to make something useful for authors, so I have to think about it. Is that, do you understand it? Any other questions? Fine.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're next door.
What?
You're next door.
This isn't the GitHub room?
Anders,
This is the GitHub room?
Lars har computer.
Is it not in the GitHub room?
Det er det rum der.
Oh, crap. Sure. Maybe I'll just go back and forth and give people. I just need to knock down the wall, then I can run back and forth.